travel with me.
Hey fellow humans, Mina here. We're back with another drive-in talk. Now, I know we've been talking about the Shifters series, and we will continue to do that, but we're taking a little quick break because it is still summer, and I recently read this book, and it's a summer read book. So, we're going to talk about it while it's still summer, and next week we'll get back to the cat shifting shenanigans and stuff. And this book that I'm talking about is actually a spin-off sequel to the book Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, which I did a review before. You can check that out on the card and stuff. But the book we're talking about today is called Problomatic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. So before we get into the book, let's just read the blurb. Maya Kilgore is 23 and still in the process of figuring out her life. Connor Harkness is 38 and Maya cannot stop thinking about him. It's such a cliche it almost makes her heart implode. Older man and younger woman, successful biotech guy and struggling grad student, brother's best friend and the girl he never even knew existed. As Connor loves to remind her, the power dynamic is too imbalanced. Any relationship between them would be problematic in too many ways to count, and Maya should just get over him. After all, he has made it clear that he wants her gone from his life. But not everything is as it seems, and cliches sometimes become plot twists. When Maya's brother decides to get married in Mina, sorry I can't pronounce that, somewhere in Italy, she and Connor end up stuck together in a romantic Sicilian villa for over a week. There on the beautiful Ionian coast, between ancient ruins, delicious food, and nature caves, Maya realizes that Connor might be hiding something from her. As the destination wedding begins to erupt out of control, she decides that a summer fling might be just what she needs, even if it's a problematic one. Now, before I can review, there might be some mild spoilers, so just, come back if that bothers you. So yeah, honestly, this book is a bit hard to rate. It's kind of unforgettable and the spicy scenes were pretty mild for a Hazelwood book. I enjoyed Not in Love. It wasn't my favorite Hazelwood book, but it did have what I love about her books, women in STEM and spice. Now, Problematic Summer Romance did have that, but I wanted more science talk. Why? Well, I don't get to read about it often, and I guess it makes me feel smarter when reading it or something. I don't know. Yes, pretty much all the characters are scientists or in some sort of smart field, but this book was more def of a vacation read than any sciencey talk book like Hazelwood's other books. Nothing wrong with that, just if I wanted to read a normal romance, I could read any other book. In this book, the plot doesn't even revolve around STEM, and for a Hazelwood book, it left me a bit disappointed. But again, this is more of a me thing than anything else, a very nitpicky me thing. As for said romance in the book, it felt all kinds of ick, and not because of the age difference. For the entire time our female MC, Maya, has known Connor, she wanted to bang him. Nothing wrong with that, but she kept making advances on him despite him clearly saying, "No, I do not want this." Yes, we later find out that he in fact does want it, but for the most part, before we found that information out, Maya did not try very hard to respect his boundaries. Also, I have nothing against a large age gap. If you're both consenting adults, go for it. Who cares? What does bother me is that, as Connor loves pointing out, he's known her since she was preteen and he's been into her for a long time, like her to him, which gives me the impression that he didn't magically started feeling romantic towards her when she turned 18 or 21 or whatever the legal age consent is in America. I'm Canadian and thus I do not know, nor do I feel like doing a quick 3-second Google search. Also, I didn't feel the romance. They're just two conventionally hot people who want to bang. Connor is too overprotective of Maya, and when she was adult, and a habit that carried over from when she was a minor, I assume. And so that's an ick too. They were, however, best friends for most of the book. I can see that, but romantically, I don't see it. Yeah, they're for sure attracted to each other and seem to work great as friends, but I don't see the romance lasting. It felt more chemistry between the side characters and our main love interest. As I said before, this book feels hard to rate because while I did have those issues, I still enjoyed the summer in Italy vibe and my read. perfect for a nice summer read. It was quick and easy to read and scratched that little bit of my travel bug. So since I enjoyed my read but still have some issues, I think a solid middle 3-star rating would do the trick. Would I recommend this book? If you like Hazelwood books, I think you will enjoy it. Just know that you'd be 100% need to read Not in Love first to understand most of the characters. This is a spin-off and does not read as a standalone. So yeah, how about you guys, my fellow humans? Are you a Hazelwood fan? And if you are, how do you feel about this type of romance? After all, it does, besides Women in Stab, it does have the typical guy where, he's so huge and, big dick and stuff, and she's tiny. Although they don't emphasize it as much as other Hazelwood reads, but, still got that trope going, strong Hazelwood, basically cliches at this point. And, it still does give me the ick, just because, he's been into her for a while, but, when exactly did he start being into her? Because he's known her since she was, underage, and that's kind of, but she's been always into him, and, again, I have no problems with an age gap, but, just the way it was written, kind of icky, but, they are both definitely consenting adults at this point, so whatever they want to do, go for it. But again, the romance ain't there, just you're hot, I'm hot, let's bone, I just can't get away from you kind of deal, and a lot of romances that I've been reading lately kind of have this vibe where I'm not feeling the romance. They're just two really hot people that the moment they meet, they're like, holy shit, they're hot. And then I can't keep my eyes off them. And then suddenly they start banging and now they're in love and can't be separated and all that fun stuff. I like a romance where, you build up to yeah, they actually are attractive. And maybe I do want more than just, banging them. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with me. I'd love to hear from you. Anywho, that's all I gotta say for now. If you want to keep hearing more about stuff, be sure to follow me on all your favorite socials. Links below, including my new travel channel, Drive with Mina. Stay safe and take care. Bye! Making me some biscuits? Are you done making me biscuits?